Do you know what the worst thing about superheroes is? No, it's not that they accidentally knock over buildings, take jobs from us normies, and leave terrible tips, but rather that they're forgetful. And really, can you blame them? Their focus is on saving the Earth from what probably feels like a never-ending clown car full of supervillains. Hero Express is a fun side-scroller where you play a guy behind the scenes rushing the much-needed supplies to the fight. It's a physics-based racing game that feels like Trials HD in a comic book world. And while we never end up seeing the actual fighting, Hero Express is here to prove that the drive to the front line can be every bit as exciting. In a world that's been invaded by 11 kaiju monsters, you play a delivery man whose job is to bring the masked superhero everything that he needs. No matter the danger, distance, or location, the good people at Hero Express are ready to drive around the world and even into outer space in order to deliver those all-important tools to the only guy that can protect the world. And with your assistance, our forgetful savior will be able to get the job done and rest easy. At least for now. The good news is that the levels are only a few minutes long, but don't take that to mean that they're easy. We're initially not able to climb up the steep hills or even jump over the water using the Ender-powered default vehicle, so the idea is to collect the money lining the course and buy upgrades. You'll end up needing to replay the stages multiple times to not only rack up the big bucks, but also learn the nuances of the track and where the tricky obstacles are. By the time you've upgraded the engine a few times and learned the ins and outs of the course, you should be ready to whip through the stage and get that hero his super tools. Now, what makes this tricky is they only have so much fuel to get you through the stage. There are gas pickups along the way, but they are few and far between, and they don't give you a lot of time to mess around. If you get stuck in an especially tricky hill or get caught in some quicksand, you won't have enough time to reach the next gas canister. The only other help you'll find is a spray bottle that'll clean up your windshield and a jump item that'll get your vehicle airborne. These help to an extent, but Hero Express largely wants you to collect money and memorize the course. It's the different levels that end up keeping the formula from becoming too repetitive. There are 11 types of monsters for the superhero to fight, with each location offering up completely different obstacles to overcome. They have a lot of fun playing with traditional monsters, giving us a giant gorilla in New York, an alien on the moon, a vampire bat in Transylvania, a dragon at the Great Wall, a snow monster in the Himalayan mountains, and so on. These locations also come with different types of vehicles, ranging from a monster truck, to a snowmobile, to a stretched Hummer. There's a lot of personality in these stages. But for as much as I like the style and the gameplay, there's no question that this is a fundamentally repetitive experience. Without fail, every level plays out exactly the same way. You'll lose a few times, collect money, upgrade the engine, and eventually cross the finish line. It's rewarding and definitely satisfying, but it's also repetitive to a fault. I get the feeling that Hero Express was designed to be played in short chunks and not binged. If you tackle one level at a time and space things out, some of the inherent repetition probably won't get to you. But if you're like me and intend to binge it in 1 or 2 sittings, then prepare to do the same thing over and over again. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, since that thing you're doing over and over is a whole lot of fun. This scratches the same itch as the Trials series, all without feeling like a rip-off or retread. The courses require skill and planning more than speed and aggression. I was never stuck on a level so long that it made me resent the formula. But I'll be honest, some of the magic starts to dissipate after you've seen the stages play out the same way multiple times in a row. I also wish there was more payoff to completing a stage. It would have been fun to see the impact your delivery had on the overall fight, even if it's just a still image or a brief cinema scene. I mean, is that too much to ask? Despite being incredibly repetitive and not especially deep, Hero Express is a fun physics-based racing game with a cool superhero conceit and personality to spare. From the colorful graphics, to the crazy vehicles, to the silly monster parodies, there's a lot to like about this game. The levels are well designed and challenging, even after you've upgraded the delivery van. If you don't mind replaying a stage a few dozen times until you get it right, then you may have what it takes to deliver important packages to superheroes. Hey, thanks for watching our review. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new reviews and features almost every day. Now here's the question I have for you. What's your favorite superhero game? Look, it doesn't have to be Marvel or DC, so just have fun and come up with a creative answer. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with in the comments below. In other news, we'll be back tomorrow with a review of Traffics, followed by Warlock's Tower, Attack on Titan 2, Blazing Chrome, and more. In the meantime, I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.